subscribe to the Donnie Houston podcast, man.
Man, you know, I was listening to the album. I'm like, man, Keke been doing this. This is talking about album wise, 25 years. Like this is 25th year. Have you ever sat with that? Like, man, I really been this
Well, you
this
know
this
what?
been me 25 years. Like,
People telling me about, when I've been explaining 25 years, man, for the last few weeks. What been big to me about it is this. Man, it's not, no matter how many millions that we claim to sell, how many streams we done, whatever, man, I just feel good about, I just always believed in the rap. Man, when these CDs were list CDs and I was doing 12 CDs in 1 year and it was the change in lanes or it was street stories or it was this and that and it wasn't getting that much attention, I never knew streaming was coming. I never knew any of this. I just kept believing in the rap. So for 25 years, man, that's how I feel when I'm making my new album and I'm getting ready to drop and I'm going to 85 South Show, I'm going to Donnie Houston and these people doing this. It's more about, man, I just believed in the rap. I never gave up on the rap. I haven't had to do nothing else 25 years. I sent kids to college, bought houses, made investments, lived like I want to live, and it's all been behind believing in the music. So this opportunity to go mess with Crits and Juicy J's and all these other artists, it all reflects back to, man, I just believed in that pen. I never gave up on it. It never was about if I sold 5,000, 10, 20, a million. I just kept believing, man, and that's what gave me the opportunity to still be able to, as far as brushing the skills up and the talent and all that, that's over and over. This all I do. I'm repetitive with it, so I'm gonna get better as time. You know what I'm saying? It's what I really do. But having the being able to still do it, man. I know so many people from before me and the same time as me that's not allowed the same opportunity to still flourish, still be relevant, still have opportunities for people. That's why I'm telling y'all, man, it's not about all the homage and everything that y'all pay. Man, I'm grateful and appreciative to be sitting on these platforms and people praising and calling me a legend and all that because I took the other. I took the other things. I took the derogatory statements and the ridicule and Key ain't shit and it's over and SUC and what they gonna do. So to sit here today as a mogul, as a pioneer, as an ambassador, as a legend, I'm cool with it because I took all those other 15 and 20 years of all the heat.
man, what you think about? Because I had to pull it out. You know what I mean? I had to pull that boy out. When you see that young Key right there, where were you at right there in life right there?
Um, this a killer, no cap right here. Like I say, this a killer, no cap. Cause let me tell you right here about this guy right here. It ain't about nothing to do with money. He just hungry.
Hmm.
He just want it. He just got the best rap. He just want a battle. I just want everything that rhyme with red, blue. Don't mess with Texas. Ain't nobody repping Texas. This is what I love. This is my biggest cap about this album. You see that? That's that. That's that Astro jersey. That's that Astros hat. See, I'm throwing up that H and repping Texas when that wasn't what y'all was talking about doing. You know what I'm saying?
No,
See,
you were the first one I saw. You the first one I
see,
saw.
see when these H's and then nobody want to do that. Man, I told everybody I was naming my album "Don't Mess with Texas." They asked me for what?
Hmm.
Man, why you doing that? You know what I'm saying? Like, because I just wanted. So when I see that, I just see the hunger in that kid, man. You know what I'm saying? It's 25 years later. That kid right there, he wasn't worried about mixing, mastering, the album cover, promotion, Latoria and the publicist, Donnie Houston. All that kid right there want to do is rhyme with blue, red, slab, holding, coming down, thinking, just a trendsetter. So this the blueprint. And I don't care what nobody say, man. It's this album is the reasonable doubt of Texas. It's the blueprint. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like that. I feel like this album, Pat album too. Pat album came out after me. It came out in '98, so I think it's the trendsetter. But when you go to talking about swangers and coming down and screams raining and ball fades and drinking and smoking and H-Town and H and Texas and this, that, and such and know I'm talking about and all these different words of the culture, this what gave you the legs to do that, and that's just the truth. It ain't no knock to nobody else. So it's not about did it outsell this person, did it outdo this, was it bigger than this person. What this album did for the culture is no other album that did that. Period.
And it's a trip, man. Like talking because we didn't talk before off camera. plenty of times. You know what I'm saying? And every time I get off the phone, I'm like, man, I just think survival. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Like this whole point, even looking at this album cover, DJ Screw, featuring DJ Screw, featuring 3-2, you know, Fat Pat. You know what I'm saying? These people ain't here no more.
Yeah. Man, a lot of times, how I'm gonna say that? Sometimes I used to suffer, or I used to have a lot of weight on my shoulders, or have to deal with a lot by being on the last one. Well, what they would say, sort of like the most important one left from that,
From
from
the
the
founder
original
circle,
core,
yeah.
from the original core. That was a big responsibility. People are always trying to say who was better, who was this, whatever. What about being here and have to really carry that torch on and on? And people always ask me, what would Pat would be a fool if he was today, because he's really musically entrenched and musically inclined. But the whole thing is, like I say, and it's like I said in the beginning, look at all these years. These ain't been 25 years of pats on the back, 25 years of congratulating, 25 years of support. It's been hell. It's been up. It's been down. It's been behind you. It's been, so yeah, being here from one of those ones that really rapped in 93, 94. I got screw tapes that say 94. Hey man, it's 95. It's 96. You know, these are real, man. I just had a 20th anniversary for this album 5 years ago on 7/13 day. Man, it's 5 years later. It's the 25th anniversary of this now, this year. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, it's different when people go back and you have to still praise the people who came before me, man. It's important, man. Screw, Pat, all these people. But what about carrying that torch to keeping it going, keeping that name, keeping it alive just as long as the screw tapes? I'm talking about from a rapping standpoint and getting deals. And what about the SUC? And the SUC is that, man, people used to speak of us as, you know, like, I tell Pokey this all the time. I feel so much better now. Me and him used to have a conversation. I used to tell him, man, I don't like the part of Screwed Up Click. Well, when they used to try to talk about us, like, like we the part that from a sympathetic standpoint. So when I get to legend and I get these awards from Obama, or I do this or I do that, it's about SUC and still being, so we won't be looked at as a afterthought. So Pokey album, and when this happened, that's still great for me, because I know that we started 30 years ago for real, man. And it's not no lot of people that's still around here making no albums 30 years later.
Donnie Houston.
What am I saying? No one really knows what I'm saying, but I'm your provocateur, and provocative.
And they bootlegging our shit. Hey, dopehead, get out the motherfucking street, you jackass!
Ouch, he hurt me. He punched me in the balls.
The dopehead in it, take out my side. They bootlegging.